Now let's have a look at how you can separate real leads and fake leads into separate campaigns using Zapier. So the first thing you're going to want to do is create a new Zap, and the Zap trigger, or the first step, is going to be webhooks by Zapier. At least in our case, if you're using Gravity Forms or Typeform or something like that, then that would be your step one. Okay, so in our case, we would use webhooks by Zapier because we use all of our own forms. We create our own forms from scratch. We don't use Typeform or anything like that. We would create webhooks by Zapier, and the event would be catch hook. And you would go to test, and this would generate a URL for you. You would copy this URL and paste it on the back end of your form. So when a user submits their information, the information will be sent to this webhook. If all of this sounds foreign to you and you need help setting this up, I'm happy to do this for you, so don't worry about that. Okay, so we have our webhook. We're sending our information to this webhook. Now we've received the data, and with that data, we're going to be sending the phone score and the phone active value. And if you're using email score, email validation, we could send that over as well. But for this example, we're going to use the phone response example. We'll hit continue, and now we want to create a path. So we want to create a path for real leads, and we want to create a path for fake leads and send them to two different places. So in order to do that, we would type in path, and we got path A, we would say real leads, and path B would be fake leads. All right, so we'll open up path A, and now we need to set our conditions for what is a real lead. So only continue if the score is greater than a 67. So now it must be a 68 or higher in order to proceed down this path to be considered real. And now we would type in active, and we want to make sure that that contains yes. You could also put equal to yes as well. It's the same thing. All right, hit continue. And let's just set our fake leads criteria now. And go up here, and we'll do score is less than 68, or if the active contains no. So that will make sure we capture all of the leads here. Hit continue, and you can see the path would not have continued. Let's go back over to our real leads. We'll test this path, and we can see the path would have continued. All right, so let's go down into the real leads chain. So with our real leads, we would obviously now send this to our CRM, to our lead distribution software, to be sent to our partners. We would add it to our email campaigns, to our SMS campaigns, what have you. For the sake of this example, we're just going to be using a G sheet. And we'll create a spreadsheet row. Then you're going to want to load your G sheet in question, Google Sheet. Okay, so here is our information. So we would populate, the first name, from the lead that we got, we put our first name, last name, etc., all the values, the phone score, the phone active, put everything in here. And here's where you can hard code a value. We know this is going down the real leads path, so we can put the value of real here. And this will be our distinguishing factor as a global identifier. So we'll go back to the fake leads path, do the same thing, G sheet, create a spreadsheet row, load up that same spreadsheet. Put in first name, last name, all the information. If email score and validation is more important to you, then we would add those values as well. And here we can hard code the value of fake. So from here, you can continue on down the path. You can add them to a fake leads email campaign, a fake leads SMS campaign. You can get creative from here. Okay, so now now that we've done that, let's just go look at the G sheet that we made. And this is obviously something that I just put in some random values just so you can see how it looks. But this is the way it would come in. You can see our real or fake column is where we would want to send that hard-coded value. So we got our real or fake, we got fake, and that would come into this column right here. So this is an easy way to see your real leads versus your fake leads. You know how your sources are doing. Maybe your YouTube ads have a lot less fake leads than your Facebook ads or whatever it might be. It's just nice to have a global picture of how your leads are doing. So here you might want to go to column I or whatever column it is for you and highlight it and click on this little insert chart. And this gives you a nice clean picture of how many fake leads you have versus how many real leads you have. Right, you can do a pie chart as well. So 31% of our leads are fake. So maybe you can experiment with your form, make some changes, try to generate and try to get that fake lead ratio down. So that's going to conclude the video for how to distinguish real leads and fake leads in Zapier. Again, we can do all of this for you. If this all sounds foreign to you, but you like the way that this is laid out, I'm happy to do this on your behalf. Again, click the button on this website to set an appointment with us, and we can install Lead Identity Check on your form and get you started generating real leads.